Good evening, everyone, and thank you again for joining us at the 2020 State Arts Conference. My name is Sarah Carlson, and I'm the Arts Program Coordinator with the South Dakota Arts Council. And I also manage the touring artist roster. With us is Kate Vandell.
My name is Kate Vandell, and I am the Arts Grant Specialist with the South Dakota Arts Council. I'll be helping Sarah facilitate this session. Through the touring artist roster, the South Dakota Arts Council can help make the arts available in all regions of the state by providing funds to nonprofit sponsor organizations, government entities, and schools for presenting these programs. The artists included on this roster have been selected based on quality by review panels and the South Dakota Arts Council. The SDAC has made several modifications to this program to meet the needs of the sponsors and keep our artists engaged. Information on the touring artist roster, including a full list of the more than 30 artists and programs, is available online at artscouncil.sd.gov.
Tonight, you will experience some of the best artists the state has to offer, and we're excited to present a sampling of the 33 artists on the current South Dakota Arts Council touring artist roster as they share their amazing talent and insight into what they do and how they're creatively adjusting their work during this time. We encourage you to imagine how these or any touring artist program might work for your organization or venue, or how these artists and their performance might connect with your local community as you also creatively adjust your work during this time. So for the next 2 hours, we will have 6 performances from a variety of artists and genres. And during the performance, we're going to share some information on the artists in the chat box, including their virtual tip jar information. These artists are incredible, so let's make sure we show them we appreciate their time and talent.
Following each performance, Sarah and I will field questions from the audience for a live chat with the artists. We ask that you use the chat box and to ask questions. We also ask that you keep yourself muted during the performances. If you have any technical problems, you can contact us at the support email listed in your email, which I will also put in the chat if anyone needs it.
And now we are proud to present to you the first performance of the Touring Arts Roster Happy Hour with 3 talented performers. Marky Scholes and her Dragons Are Too Seldom Puppets. These hardworking puppets have been performing original puppet shows and workshops and in-service training for teachers for nearly 50 years, coast to coast. They're really hardworking puppets. Marky is one of the South Dakota Arts Council's original members and has done every show and workshop. And then after Marky, next up, Dick Termis will explain his beautiful and creative world of Termispheres, live from the Termispheres Studio and Gallery in Spearfish, South Dakota. And then finally, a professional singer-songwriter for more than 20 years, Lang Termis, is new to the roster, and he spends a lot of his time in beautiful Montana. And Lang will be performing one of his original songs. And so these 3 performers are live to you from the Termisphere Gallery in Spearfish. Please welcome Marky Scholes, Dick Termis, and Lang Termis.
Hi, I am Marky Scholes with Dragons Are Too Seldom Puppet Theater, and I'm Zed. I'm a dragon. All of the shows have dragons in them, and I'm sure I'm going to be in this show. Actually, not sure. Not going to be in this show. I'm going to do a little tiny section of Quest for the Junkyard Dragon, and you're not in it. But I know you think you're a star in every show, but go sit down. Aw. Okay. So I'm going to do just a little section of Quest for the Junkyard Dragon, which is part of a bigger show. So this is Quest. Oh, man. I am so tired, and this spell that I'm under, my memory's going. I've got to find the Junkyard Dragon and have him help me with this, but I'm so tired. I think I'm going to have to rest. Sure, I'm going to lay down on a rock and rest. There's nothing else, though. I might just as well. Oh, this is awful. Knock, knock. Wait a minute. What was that? I don't care. I'm too tired. I have to rest. Knock, knock. Ah! Is that you? Knock, knock. Ah! Wait a minute. You're a rock. You can't talk. Knock, knock. How can a rock talk? Whoa. Look at that. Teeth? A tongue? Tonsils? Ah! Oh, gee, I cannot believe how stupid I am. Knock, knock. Ow, don't do that. That's about to break my ribs. Knock, knock. Please stop. That really hurts. Knock, knock. Ow, somebody's got to be out there that can help me, and I'm going to get them to help. Knock, knock. Ouch. Who's there? Banana. 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 And it was right then that Sharon realized she had fallen into a knock, knock, rock. Knock, knock. Ow, that hurts. Knock, knock. All right. Who's there? Banana. Banana who? Knock, knock. No, you're supposed to knock, knock. Ow, that hurts. Knock, knock. All right. Who's there? Banana. You said that already. Knock, knock, knock. Banana who? Knock, knock. You don't know how to do this right. All right. Who's there? Orange. Orange who? Orange, you glad I didn't say banana again? Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ow, 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 you're going to break me. Please don't do that. Yuck, 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 yuck. Stop it. That really hurts. Ow. I'm going to get out of here, and I know how. Knock, knock. I get a turn. Knock, knock. All right. Who's there? Ima who? I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. That's ridiculous. I knew if I could make you laugh hard enough, you'd have to let me go. Knock, knock. You've got to be kidding. Knock, knock. All right. One more for the road. Knock, knock. Who's there? You're a who? You're gonna leave me. That's right. I'm out of here. And off she ran as fast as she could, leaving behind a very sad knock, knock, rock. Knock, 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 knock. And that is my part. Now Dick is ready to go with his part, I think.
All right, I think I'm up to bat here. I'm Dick Termes, and I want to show you, the kinds of spherical paintings that I do, and talk to you a little bit about the workshops and lectures that I do. So I'm going to switch it from my image to the other direction here, I hope, and show you some of the spheres. Oop, it didn't quite flip yet there. I'm hoping, there we go. Yeah. And I want to just show you a few of the pieces that I work on all the time, and these are pieces that would be in a show, libraries, galleries, museums, some of them that are very much playing with my perspective, my 6-point perspective that I do. And some of them play more with geometry. This little guy is more of a geometrical problem. And this little yin yang is also kind of coming out of a geometry. A lot of them, the geometry ones are a workshop I do with kids a lot, where I have them draw on little balls that I bring in. But one of my main ones is playing with inside out cathedrals and stuff like that. And this one really shows a strong perspective, so that, that this one's more like a surreal a surrealistic piece. I love doing that too. It's really quite fun to see if I can do. Over in this area, I get into some of my optical illusions. I actually do a workshop. I've never done it, but I have one listed on optical illusions, and just a lot of different kinds of worlds. I mean, in this gallery, I think there's about 70. I'm going to just do a quick whirl around here. You can kind of see what it's like just to walk into the gallery section. Some of them are places like our Badlands. This one was actually turned into a puzzle by a German company. That was really cool to see. I'm kind of moving quite fast because this is a fast tap dance we're doing. This kind of shows my workshops over here, though. One that works really well is when I do the experiments with magnets and we build three-dimensional geometries. This is my perspective workshop where I go through 1 through 6 point perspective. And this is my drawing. I do a lot of drawing stuff. So that's kind of the basic idea. Some of the little guys that show up here are good examples of what I do with the students where we draw three-dimensional geometry. So anyway, I'll just give you a quick tour and thank you for listening. And we'll get on with Lang here.
All right. Hello. Trying to organize things. Anyway, I'm Lang Termas. I'm new to the roster. Very pleased to be a part of it, the touring arts. I kind of spend most of my time, in usual times anyways, traveling all over the plains and coast and all that kind of stuff. Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, Utah, Idaho, all over the place. And so a lot of my music has to do with traveling, and it has to do with kind of wandering roads and whatnot. This is a song I wrote after doing a weekend kind of gig in Cheyenne, Wyoming, which is, kind of your original Windy City, although there's a lot of them. Anyways, this is a song called Windy City. Windy City, you look I'm pretty. I think I'll call you home tonight. Oh, blue-eyed baby, you could save me, yeah. I could walk you home all night. I'm the swan that you run away. Oh, my God. Coming home to you is like coming home to me. Sweet and sticky, walking away with me down the streets of yesterday. When no one lives here no more, in that old drugstore where we spent Saturdays, living on daydreams. Oh, my God, coming home to you is like coming home to me. Loving your world, breaking me too. So let's just think about tonight. We're both lonely, but then there's only one thing left for me to do.
say, oh my God, if you could only see the things you bring to me. Oh no, 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 my God, come back home to you is like coming home to me. So when he said you're looking pretty, I think I'll call you home tonight.
Something like that, anyways. So now I think I'm gonna flip the camera over here and we're gonna do like a questionnaire together. I hope that works for everybody. I think we had it talked through. Uno momento.
So we've got some questions. Thank you very much. If we can all give them a round of applause virtually, everybody. That's fantastic. That's a lot of talent to just smash right into 10 minutes, isn't it? We've got some questions. This one's for Dick. How many thermospheres do you have currently in your studio?
Oh, how many? Oh, probably. See, some of them are really small.
Some of them are really small. Yeah, we saw that. So they're
Some are very small, but the bigger ones, probably maybe 80 or 90 of them.
80 or 90 of them. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. That's that's a lot. And also, this is your home in your area of your thermosphere gallery. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yes, it is. We have like 4 domes here, and 2 of them are our homes. One's a studio, and one's a TV dome.
Okay. 4 domes. Over time, you've built those. Isn't that correct? If you get a chance, everyone, you've got to stop by the Thermosphere Gallery.
And the last one, I think, was in 94. The gallery here, I think, is 94.
Okay. Well, it's quite a creative space. This is also for Dick. Do you have spheres that illuminate?
Spheres that illuminate. Well, yeah, there's a couple of them that do. That are lit from inside. I don't think I showed it. I can see it from here, but
we've got some of our artists who think that would be pretty incredible to see. So thank you for answering that question. We'll continue on with a question for Marky. How many puppets do you currently have?
I have been a puppeteer for 49 years. I do a new show every year. So I have hundreds and hundreds of them. As a matter of fact, I have so many of them, I can't figure out where to put them all. But I did want to say that all 3 of us are doing live, Zoom, and recorded everything that we're doing just to get through this little COVID time.
We have another question about who makes your puppets, Marky.
Who makes the puppets? Actually, I have one of my old partners, Sue Hay, makes a lot of my puppets for me, and she's just wonderful. Like Zed, the puppet I used, was hers. And she just makes beautiful, beautiful puppets. And I make some of them, and they're all original for us so that they work the way I need them to work.
What's the name of the puppet that you had, the first puppet that you brought on? What was her name?
His name is Zed the Dragon.
Oh, the first one was a male.
He's a kid dragon. He's in a lot of my shows. I like him a lot.
Well, I also have one final comment, or question, I should say. Lang, you've gotten some comments about your album artwork and a couple of things about your website. We have a question about what is the content of most of your songs? Are they love songs? What are they about?
Well, I think most songs have something to do with love or loss or something like that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of my stuff is, I do a lot of wordplay. I'm very focused on lyrics and how to mess around with the English language, and because that's the language I know. And so, you start with your little world and you see where it kind of goes and everything, and so it can kind of intertwine between, like I said, like traveling or, how the corresponding of love and travel and, a lot of things that bounce off each other that way, I guess, a lot of inspiration, try to see where the song wants to go in itself. So I have lots of different stuff, that's on different themes and different things like that. It just depends on where my brain is at that moment, I guess.
I suppose that kind of a question would be also when you're talking about Dick Termes and his content, it's of wide variety. Well,
yeah,
thank
they
you.
work my brain. I don't have a choice.
Unlimited. Well, thank you, all three of you, coming live from Spearfish, ladies and gentlemen, Marky Scholes, Dick Termes, and Lang Termes. Thank you very much for being a part of our online performances tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you much.
Our next performer comes to you from her home in Rapid City. Mila Belakova is a classical pianist from Russia who also teaches piano in Rapid City, South Dakota. Mila has an extensive musical range encompassing many of the great composers. Her recitals always contain interesting themes and selections. Her interpretation of Russian composers, including contemporary composers, reflects the insight that only a native of that country can bring. Mila's strong technique and joy in playing brings listeners long-lasting memories. She has witnessed how music can unite people and break down barriers. We hope that you enjoy. Oh, Mila, just incredible. Just incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that with our audience tonight. It was such a wonderful, long piano video. So nice to see such full songs performed. We didn't have a whole lot of questions coming in on the chat, but I will say we have lovelies and amazings and beautiful. And for the audience that couldn't see Mila during the performance, like the co-host could, we could see not only her dancing along to the music, but also all the other people that are in this conversation. So Mila, could you share with us just quick the titles of the two pieces that you played and who the composers were?
Yeah, first piece Listz wrote when he was on a pilgrimage trip by the creek. And so this music is named by the creek, and it was beautiful clean creek. I always think about the creek. And second piece, composer wrote the song Singing on the Water, and this loves arrangements of the other composers' songs, but he can in the piano show and vocal part and an accompaniment at the same time. Here on his second piece, the voice was on the basis, the voice on top, and it was more powerful than. So this is master of the composer.
Well, both pieces were just so lovely. And thank you again, Mila, for sharing that with us tonight. And we'll move on to Sarah with the next artist. Thank you.
Thank you.
Christine Stewart is a South Dakota Poet Laureate and quite the cross-artistic collaborator. Christine is new to the Touring Arts roster, and she writes at the intersection of experience and research to figure life out. Her readings, artistic talks, and workshops aim to promote the reading and writing of poetry across the state and beyond its borders. Please welcome this incredible poet, memoirist, professor, and mother of two as she presents her live presentation that marries her poetry with her husband's architecture photography. Live from Brookings, South Dakota, Christine Stewart and Brian T. Rex.
Oops, wrong one. Just a second. Hold on. Sorry. Here we go. There we go. Thank you for having us tonight. I will be reading 5 poems, and the images you'll see are from my husband's architecture projects that inspired the poems. Bring Your Dreams is a chant inspired by the Brookings city brand, Bring Your Dreams. Bring your dreams that need full 4 seasons. Bring your dreams that need a hunter's moon. Bring your dreams that need August's humid heat. Bring your dreams that need June floods. Bring your dreams that need the ice of March and the Arctic winds of April. Bring your dreams that need space to spread out and seed them across the prairie. Bring your dreams. Bring your dreams that wear jeans on Sunday. Bring your dreams that eat beef. Bring your dreams that sing karaoke. Bring your dreams that draw midnight couples home. Bring your dreams that require blisters and study blitzes. Bring your dreams that crack open at sunrise. Bring your dreams. Don't bring dreams that break the rules. Don't bring fancy or flighty or phenomenal. Don't bring too smart or too sharp or too sexy. Don't bring dreams that stink of city. Don't bring wacky or wasteful, and don't bring champagne. Beer's king here. If your dreams wear sequins, cover with a cardigan. If your dreams speak with an accent, everyone will notice. If your dreams savor the spicy, supply your own hot sauce. If your dreams critique the status quo, speak them slant. Even if your dreams were already here, still bring them. Bring your dreams and spring them loose from doubt. Bring your dreams and string them together from scraps. Bring your dreams and 60 hours a week. Bring your dreams and fail at perfection. Bring your dreams and sleep on them. Just bring your dreams. She brings dreams of cyclones and sex. She brings dreams of cliff diving and chislic. She brings dreams of roots and rhymes and riots. She brings dreams of silence. She brings dreams and a broken heart, empty wallet, new baby. He brings dreams of baseball and bonanzas and brews. He brings dreams of one more try for love. He brings dreams of catfish and kayaks. He brings dreams of peace. He brings dreams blessed by snowflakes and seawater. Bring your dreams to connect with spirit. Bring your dreams to build shelter. Bring your dreams to weave with another's. Bring your dreams to reinvent yourself. Bring your dreams to create your best life. This next poem is called Mowbridge, A Selected History, and it's arranged as a catalog that collapses time. So it's a big list of highlights from Mowbridge history. Sparks of Sound, Ragstad School, Sunshine State, First Baptist, Buffalo Bones sold, $14 per ton. 1931, drought, depression, dust storms. Oh, Rowley, Missouri, glacier-born stream. West End Tavern, the railroad's work gang rests. Becker's Tasty Bakery, Bridge City Baseball. Burns Beans. World War I dead, Harley Parker, Ole Romslow. Camp Pontus, Company K. Fool Soldier Rescue. Library's Magic Lantern Lectures. Alluvial plain with windbreaks of cottonwood, willow, elm. White Eagle Service Station. Prohibition's Blind Pigs. Petra Olson's Rooming House. The Hiawatha. Henry Honkiva's Mowbridge Grill. Livery and feed, livestock bought and sold, sandhogs suffering from the bends. Swanson Creamery, crude cabins, shad's shanties, slabs stamped firm and chinked with clay. Grand Crossing, wind-rolled Russian thistle, chop suey at Sue Joe's Chicago Cafe. Truman's Whistle Stop Campaign, 1880, Swedes, Danes, Norwegians. A quote, each man is good in his sight. It is not necessary for eagles to be crows. Kerosene stove that dried ladies' hair, yellow painted highway stones, bowl boats, keel boats, steamboats, hospital ship. Tetawan Council fires, bridge Cityans, plungers, drifters, grifters, and solid citizens, Meta Hedrigal's women's outfitters, Howe's mural, Calf and the Mystic Pipe. From an iron horse to bucking broncos, Snow Queens, Dean's Drive-In, George Mantua's Billiards, Skeleton Key, Skeleton Deer, Skeleton Town below blue waves, Buffalo Grass, 10-kilowatt dynamo with gasoline engines furnishes electric lights, Sacagawea, Trinity Lutheran, Milwaukee Railroad's end of the line on March 31st, 1982. So my poems turn a little bit more now to the personal, and the next one is called Urban Planning, and it has a quote from Brian saying, quote, the project of Leeds, South Dakota is to negotiate between the homestake mine and the town's fabric, or, to be cliche, the space between the two. We should build in and over and under the open cut. It will just subside in entropy unless it is made urban. Urban planning. I found you cratered knee mapped with scar tissue of the railroad track variety. You'd finished with the ones whose words, "I don't love you anymore," cleft you, and you'd left the one who mined the neglect. The topographical change of lead, 1,250 feet, breaks across a valley and the open cut. The pit won't fill with water as once imagined. What vision one needs to design in spaces between to bring the open cut astronauts can spot from space into conversation with the sloped streets and picket fences of that mining village. Your model features ghosted structures that collapsed into Lead's maw. Her words, the next one's guile, and my hand on your thigh exist simultaneously. My project builds in and over and under. No one had ever kissed the skin the oncologist stitched so close to the bone. We work because we question in love. Fingers against cheek. It leads where it leads. We make it urban. The next poem is Every Day We Live, Dream, and Build, and it begins with the line from the song from the Lego movie. Everything is awesome when you're living the dream. By the time we met, we'd already dumped some hefty dreams. Divorce does that. But living the dream, however ridiculous, is subtly seductive, just like Jefferson's grid corrupted into cul-de-sacs meant to keep the riffraff out, although no one admits the motive for design. You say sustainability is claptrap. From scratch, it takes more energy to build. What's better? Using the material one has, remodeling, augmenting, considering contexts, relationships. It's about the big picture. Make it metropolitan. So here we are, Dream Team, and each day we stick brick to brick, bread to bread, bed to bed. Each day we stack snack on snack, book on book. Each day we stay and build with what we have. 2 minifigures, children, one brown-haired, one blonde, seizure bricks, autism bricks, turbo bricks, trickster bricks, peacemaker bricks, extrovert bricks, energy, energy, energy. Each morning back to the Lego table you built in a day to rethink, add more, subtract time, try again. In the work we find our way, a clear path, walk the edge, push back peripheries, identify a corner, collect a history, and voila, a building. Consider this house, these 4 hearts, space as invention. And the last poem is called Anatomy, and it's in a form called a quandrelle, which is a repeated line as a refrain. We need a new home with good bones, he said. That first winter, he scanned every surface with a laser. Now a surgeon with a keyboard and mouse, he dissects the model. We have got a home with good bones, and I see them as slices one way, hallways musculature, and stairs, arteries. 2 more clicks reveal organs, couch, chair, bed. Our 100-year home with good bones looks like a doll's house with its front sheared off, but its stalls aren't home, no pixelated ghosts either, just sheer pools of color, toy, blanket. We're lungs in a home with good bones, and outside the umbrella spines of old trees hover as we breathe. Thank you very much. And I will stop the share.
Thank you so much, Christine. Is Brian there with you?
Yes, yes.
Quick.
Yes, he is.
We just wanted to say thank
We
you.
just wanted
Thank
to
you
say thank
for
you. Thank you
your
for
cross-artistic
your
collaboration.
collaboration.
What you guys
What
are
you guys are
doing
doing
is truly putting the A
putting
in
the A in
STEM.
STEM.
You've got science,
science,
technology, engineering, arts, and
arts,
math
and
all
math
in one presentation. So I really wanted to point that out and thank you for that. We look at the chat now. We've got a couple of comments about Bravo, Christine, beautiful, thank you. And I guess one question we had also, they were asking if there was a particular poem or poet that resonated with you. And I'd like to ask you that question. Is there someone who's inspired you that does the craft that you have within you?
Is there someone who's inspired you that does the craft that you have within you?
Yes. We partly we fell in love over William Carlos Williams, and our favorite phrase is "no idea, but in things."
No idea, but in things.
No idea, but in things.
Yep.
And then I have another question.
And
When you're talking with other collaborators, well, actually what's happening is we're finding from some of our panel discussions today how visual artists might pair with spoken word artists, such as yourself, or other musicians, to create a product that hasn't been done before. And so that's something that I just kind of wanted to point out to our attendees and our viewers tonight, that this is something that we're starting to see more of, and Christine's the first to do that in our touring arts roster. So I just wanted to applaud you for that, Christine. We're looking at some of the chat here, and I don't see any other questions, but we've shared your site, and I also wanted to mention again that we are very honored to have our South Dakota Poet Laureate here with us this evening. And thanks to you both, and have a great evening. We'll see you back on our Zoom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Christine. Our next artist is Nina McIntyre. She is new to the touring artist roster, and her piano multimedia program is called Ivory Fantasy. Interestingly enough, Nina was a classical concert violinist for most of her career. She has performed on stages around the world, mainly for classical music lovers. Nina lives in Hill City, South Dakota, and touches on a wide variety of musical genres, including classical jazz, rock, pop, R&B, and country. She hopes to benefit and inspire people of any age, any genre, preferences, and any cultural, socioeconomic persuasion. Nina will be presenting two of her contemporary performances, Chopin Reloaded and Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. Please welcome pianist Nina McIntyre. got all the great pianists tonight, don't I? My goodness.
Hello, Kate, and hello, Sarah, and hello, everyone, all attendees of the South Dakota Arts Conference. So I'm so happy to present my art together with all of you. Yeah.
We're so grateful for you joining us tonight, Nina. I was looking through the chat to see what kind of questions we had that came in, and for the most part, people wanted, well, I would love to know where you get the energy from. My goodness, what a performance. And then we've gotten a lot of questions about your landscapes. Where were these shot?
Yeah, thank you. It's very interesting and nice questions, and I pay very much attention where I'm doing this. And the first one was Chopin Reloaded was in Germany, in a place, the name Birkenheide, which means birch hideout. So I kind of was thinking that autumn foliage was going very well with Chopin and a little bit of wind. The second one, everybody thinks that it's maybe somewhere in Canyonland, and this is not for that arrangement, what I call Latin touch for the popular song, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. Latin, I was thinking maybe in some sunburned landscapes in Spain. So I talked to my friends, I said, hey, I cannot go now to Spain, but I'll look something like this. And they suggested to me to go to the old Roman quarry, which was right not so far away where I lived in Germany by the Rhine River. And this Roman quarry was worked by 22nd Legion of Roman army, and about 220 AD. This was very interesting place, and the background, it was just exact matching to that music. Plus, you see the background, but in front of me, it was a great valley, and this wind was blowing. And so this is, I guess, all inspiration from the beauty, from the wind, from the sunshine, and music all together.
Oh. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. That was definitely the question that came in the most was where were these shot and how do you select your landscapes? Now, it's such a wonderful mix of your piano playing and the landscape. Is that kind of what people should expect from your Ivory Fantasies performance then?
Yes, yes. I decided to choose for my music different arts. It can be painting, it can be poetry, dance. But in my live performances, I looking for exact landscape that will fit that character of the music. And so now I'm in my concert, I actually showing these videos on stage, and I'm playing simultaneously to the videos. I don't know if anybody of you had such a problem with the internet, because it was not exactly visuals, not exactly the sound. But yeah, I don't know, maybe with the better internet, it will go exactly how it's supposed to be. And in a concert, of course, there's no internet involved. Unfortunately now, COVID. So, but in a live concert in the future, it will run exactly with the visuals, and that gives the audience just a little bit a different experience of the music. You know, this is what my thought is.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it was wonderful to listen to, and it was beautiful to watch. And we had a few comments come through the chat and I will say the same. Everything synced up just perfect for me. I didn't have any issues with the internet. So thank you so much, Nina. We're so excited to have you join our roster, and we'll send it over to Sarah for the next artist.
Yeah, thank you very much for all your dedicated work, for all your team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nina. Next up, we're very excited to present the touring artist, roster artist, Dallas Chief Eagle of Martin, South Dakota. Dallas has been a roster artist for a long time and may be best known for his engaging and beautiful hoop dance performances and storytelling, performing for all sorts of audiences from first grade to college to elder, any tribal member, color, nationality, race, religion, hospitalized and sick or terminally ill, incarcerated. These people have benefited from Dallas's presentations, and we're getting a special presentation tonight as Dallas demonstrates how to acquire internal skills and solutions that eliminate a wide range of problems. And it's called the Grandpa Rock Wisdom Story. Please enjoy, everyone, Dallas Chief Eagle.
Oh, Mitakapi. My Lakota name is Changleshka Luta, and I bring to you a story. And we have many of these Grandpa rocks all over. We call them eons. This one here came from Siston Wapan Reservation here in South Dakota. Came from my elder woman up that way. And now I am the keeper of this rock, the stone, this eon. It goes back to our creation stories. We were born, we came out of the Mother Earth over there in Wind Cave, they call it. And when we came out, we acquired some communication skills. And we sat around in a council and we asked, what did we come into this world with? That was the question. And they all agreed we came with 4 things. We came with a brain, a heart, a body, and a spirit. The next question was, which one was the most important? And they all agreed the spirit was the most important one. So, we had to learn how to use the mind, the body, the heart, and the spirit. And we also knew nature had spirits too. Does the eagle have a spirit? Does the horse have a spirit? Does the rabbit have a spirit? The buffalo have a spirit? Do you have a spirit? Does Grandpa Rock have a spirit? And our next question is, which one is the elder of them all? Everyone would agree that it is Grandpa Rock. So he's here to teach us today. Teach us how to be still, how to not move, how to not make noise. And from kindergarten on up, we must learn how to do that. In order to be still, we've got to be able to turn the brain off, not let it move. So every station in the brain has to be turned off. Every thought that comes to you, it has to be turned off. We want to give all the mind a rest and allow the spirit to be the primary mover. So we're going to do that for 1 whole minute. And we're going to, every time a thought comes in, make it stop. Same way with the feelings, the emotions. Some of us, we get confused, sad, mad, joyful, excited, thrilled, terrorized. All those feelings, we're going to make them stop. all those channels and give the heart a rest. Same way with our body. Like today, I hurt my body. My leg hurts. Today, that pain in my leg, I'm going to make it stop. It has no room for this exercise. Also, I might be tired or hungry. I'm going to turn those channels off too. So I invite you to do that too, because we're going to do this for 1 whole minute, the teaching minute from Grandpa Rock. And we're going to keep our eyes on Grandpa Rock for this 1 whole minute. And every time a thought or a feeling or our body wants to move, don't allow it. Out of respect for Grandpa Rock, our elder, we're going to look at Grandpa Rock. Keep our eyes on Grandpa Rock now. He's going viral for 1 whole minute. And you know what to do now. Set. You can breathe and blink, and that's it. Go. Okay. We ask, what is the first feeling that you have? Normally, we say calm, relaxed, peaceful. This is very important that we can consciously do that because we face some enormous challenges day in and day out. We have the ability to stop this, our pain and our sufferings, scared, confusion, stressed, anxiety, body aches, thirsty, hungry. We can just make that all stop so we can have peace and allow our spirit to be the primary leader. The other ones have to sit in the back seat. This is particularly important for those of you that have considered hurting yourself or others, or getting violent, or getting so sad you think about terminating yourself. You can make all that stop and allow the spirit to be the primary mover of your life. Practice a minute here, a minute there, the morning, the afternoon, the evening. Get your own Grandpa Rock. Could be a smaller one. Could be one that you put in a leather pouch in front of you. Wider solar plex, maybe. So that you could call upon your spirit at any time. The students at Rosebud Elementary, we were gearing up. for the SAT test, the state test. And the principal over there decided this is a great exercise. So we were teaching each classroom to have their own grandpa rocks, and they would bring their students would bring their stones around Grandpa Rock in each classroom. We had about over half of the classes completed until this virus hit. But we're preparing ourselves for the SAT test. We don't want no interference in when we take that test. We wanted to improve those test scores individually and collectively. We'll get back on track when we complete this virus, maybe with smaller classes. But this is good for our families. A lot of stories about Grandpa Rock. He's played an important part of our culture, and there's much beautiful rock art in South Dakota that has yet to be understood. The reasons why they were there, ancient art, ancient teachings. An elderly couple wanted to learn about this rock at a powwow. So we went back and we did this exercise. They had their regalia on. He said, Dallas, we know you know something about the stone people. So we went back and I set them up and they learned about the rock. And tears came out of their eyes. They never thought that they could consciously go into spirit at any time and remove those obstacles that are in the way. When we were completed, they said, watch us, Dallas. I went into the bleachers and I was watching. They made me cry. They went around with the drum around the arena. And I see the man and the woman grabbing things from their brain and putting it aside. I seen them grab their hearts and they were pulling things and throwing it aside. I seen them grab their arthritic limbs and grab that pain and suffering and threw it aside. They were moving lighter and lighter as they danced around the arena. Made me cry. I never seen anything like that before. They were displaying how to go into spirit with the drum. As their spirits moved, they were crying too. They were not there for a contest. They were out there to go into spirit. So I invite you to look around for one. This one here is an old one. He rolled around. He got around quite a bit. My wife, she has a crystal. We can do this. The more we go into spirit, the more we see others as a spirit too. No matter what their problems are, what their color is, what tribe or nationality, you treat them like a spirit. It's a beautiful life. We remove those things that are weighing us down like those dancers around the arena. To go totally into spirit, oh my gosh. Some people say, an elder said, the words that come out of my mouth aren't really mine. They didn't come out of my brain. Somehow I was just given those words, speak those words out of my mouth. He was going into spirit. And you will see a lot of others throughout history that have done that. But to consciously do it, consciously turn this off, and your body off so you could go into spirit. To go into spirit in sports or in our arts, our music, our dance, our poetry. We tried this with different populations, as the moderator said. We're finding big success. So try it out. Keep doing it. You have your story. You have your own spirit. I don't think it's up to me to define your spirit or you as a person. Everyone gets to define their own spirit as it evolves. Thank you for listening.
Thank you,
Gocha.
Dallas. Thank you so much, Dallas Chief Eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that brief moment of peace that we had this evening and for sharing your story with us. We're going to move on because we are a little bit short of time, but I've sent a note to everyone in the chat how to reach out to you, Dallas. And Dallas has been a part of our program for quite some time, and it's just really nice to hear this Grandpa Rock story. Again, for me, for the second time, but for the first time for many. Thank you again, Dallas.
Thank you so much, Dallas, for being here tonight. If any of us needed anything tonight, I'm sure it was that moment of peace that you all brought us. Speaking of a moment of peace, we are concluding our sampling this evening with an amazing group of musicians, Curtis and Loretta. We are excited to share with you their extraordinary harmonies of vocals and stringed instruments with a mix of original and traditional songs. Curtis and Loretta are from Minnesota, but tour across the United States and South Dakota, performing at folk festivals, concerts, and more. Please help me in welcoming Curtis and Loretta.
So we're going to start off our little set today with a song I wrote called The Beauty of the Song.
And beauty of the song as well.
Yeah, we'll play this on, I'm using a Celtic harp, and Curtis has...
a mandocello, yes.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will you miss me when I'm gone? Will you sometimes sing my songs? Or will they pass on through like hard-working migrants who have done the job and then seem to vanish like the wind? They say vibrations never end once they are sent, and so I pray the words I write are worthy of the ride. All these tools that I forged were gifted to me by and large. I gathered truth from the world and waved it like a flag unfurled. I stitched together words from the pictures that I heard. They say vibrations never end once they're sent, and so I pray the words I write are worthy of the ride. I will miss you when I'm gone, for I love to sing you songs. If my words spoke to you, or somehow they helped you through, please pass that tool along. That's the beauty of a song. They say vibrations never end once they're sent, and so I pray the words I write are worthy of the rhyme. If my words spoke to you, or somehow they helped you through, please pass that tool along. That's the beauty of the song. That's the duty of the song. Beauty of the song. Duty of the song.
So that's a fancy little cornet you got there.
Yeah, can you see that?
Makes me want to do a Louis Armstrong song.
Yeah. This is, it looks like a cornet or a trumpet. Yeah, but this is actually a kazoo. The mouthpiece here is actually a kazoo because I could not play a trumpet. So, but this, you just have to hum into it just like a regular kazoo. So, works good for me.
So we'll feature Loretta, and world-renowned kazooist. Ah, such tone. And Louis Armstrong. And this is a profound song because when you're smiling, really, the whole world smiles with you.
Oh, yeah. Keep on smiling.
It's called Hand Me Down My Walking Cane. So sing along. Here we go. Listen to what your mother said. Yeah. Now hand me down my walking cane.
My walking cane.
Hand me down
My
walking cane.
walking cane.
Well, hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna ride that midnight train. All my sins are taken away. Now hand me down that jug of corn.
That jug of corn.
Hand me down
That
jug of corn.
jug of corn.
Well, hand me down that jug of corn. We'll have time, sure as you're born. All my sins are taken away. I had too much, and I went to jail. Well, I had too much, and I went to jail. Well, I had too much, and I went to jail, and nobody came to go my bail. All my sins are taken away. Well, the beans was hard, and the meat was fat. Oh, the beans was hard, and the meat was fat. Well, the beans was hard, and the meat was fat. Lord, I couldn't eat nothing like that. All my sins are taken away. I wish I'd listened what my mama said. Well, if I'd listened what mama said. Well, if I'd listened what mama said, I'd be sleeping in a feather bed. All my sins are taken away. Everybody now. Hand me down my walking cane. Hand me down my walking cane. Well, hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna ride that midnight train. All my sins are taken away. Yes, they are. All my sins are taken away.
Listen to what your mama says.
Listen to what your mama said.
Yeah. Thank you all, everybody, for listening to the show today. We appreciate it. We're Curtis and Loretta.
I want to thank Curtis and Loretta for joining us live tonight from their home in Minnesota. Thank you guys so much. I didn't see any questions come in on the chat, but I will just say I certainly hope that everyone was at home singing along right alongside with you. I will give you a window to say hello to everyone, just since you were so kind to join us this evening.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. We've had a great time watching everybody tonight, too.
And I would just like to give our sincere thanks to the people of South Dakota. The last few decades have been so hospitable to us, and we just look forward to going there. It's like there's a certain intimacy that you can find in shows there. It's really hard to find, in big cities around the country. And people have just been kind to us. And in thanking South Dakota, of course, simultaneously, we're thanking you folks at the
Arts Council.
At the Arts Council for your wonderful and just your wonderful work.
All
Thank
your
you
hard
so
work.
much.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, and I will add, Sarah and I would be remiss if we didn't say that Curtis and Loretta and their virtual performances in South Dakota over these last few months weren't a little bit of inspiration for us to throw this artist showcase together for the roster artists for the conference. So thank you so much for the work that you're doing and you continue to do. And it's just so wonderful to see you. As soon as we all get back together, you can be sure that Sarah and I are going to be right in the front row saying hello to you both.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Like The Rock says, love and persevere.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Curtis and Loretta and Kate. And it looks like we're nearing the end of our time for this session. And I wanted to once again say a huge thank you to our roster artists from this evening and to all of you for joining tonight. As a reminder, the South Dakota Arts Council has made several modifications to this program to meet the needs of the sponsors, those sponsor organizations, the hosts of the show, and keep our artists engaged. Information on the touring arts roster, including a full list of more than 30 performing artists and their programs, is available online on our website, and that's artscouncil.sd.gov.
Thank you, Sarah. And I just want to echo Sarah's comments and thanking everyone for joining us this evening. And to our artists, thank you so much for sharing your time and talent. I want to make sure that everyone on this call and everyone at the conference joins us tomorrow morning for coffee and networking at 8:15 Mountain Time. We'll be hosting networking rooms with dedicated topics for discussion. You can look to your schedule for more information, and we will see you all tomorrow morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.